Hello everybody. In this video, we are going to discuss classical conditioning. Classical conditioning was accidentally discovered by Pavlov when he was conducting an experiment. So let's look at Pavlov's experiment. In the first case, this is a dog. So Pavlov used to present his dog with food. But before presenting food, he would always ring the bell. So he would ring the bell and then present food. And when the dog was presented with food, the dog would start salivating. Now, over time, he realized that if he would just ring the bell, as you can see in case 2, the dog would salivate without presentation of food. Hence, salivation and ringing of bell had been paired. So, in classical conditioning, the stimuli will occur before the response. The stimuli is the bell ringing and the response is the dog salivating. And classical conditioning is associated with conditioning of responses that are associated with the autonomic nervous system, which means these are all involuntary response. It is not something that the individual can control. So the involuntary response that is controlled by the autonomic system is dog salivating. Important terms that must be kept in mind while learning classical conditioning are unconditioned stimulus. Unconditioned stimulus is a stimulus that will naturally lead to a response. So here the unconditioned stimulus is the food. The food is what causes the dog to salivate. Hence, food is the unconditioned stimulus. Next is unconditioned response. Unconditioned response is the natural response that the individual will give to the unconditioned stimulus. Here the natural response is the dog salivating. So this is the unconditioned response. Next is the conditioned stimulus. So here the conditioned stimulus is the ringing of the bell, wherein while presenting food to the dog, we simultaneously ring the bell. So the dog starts salivating due to the food, but over time, by just ringing the bell, the dog will start salivating. Hence, ringing of the bell, which actually is a neutral stimuli, but due to being paired with a unconditioned stimuli, becomes a stimuli that causes the dog to salivate, is the conditioned stimulus. So we have conditioned the bell to be a stimulus resulting in the dog salivating. And finally, we have a conditioned response, which is the learnt response to a conditioned stimulus. The dog has learned to salivate when the bell rings. Hence, the dog salivating is the conditioned response. I hope this video was helpful in understanding classical conditioning and the important terms associated with it. That's all we have for today. Thank you.